Hey, welcome back to another episode of Everyday Nonsense Podcast. I'm Lawrence, and today we have Nesson's Wicked Bites, Steve, the Wicked SNACKAH D'Amato.
What's up, you silly geese? Hey, listen, I couldn't be in a better place right now. I'm with my guy, Larry. Oh, you don't want to be called Larry. Lawrence Garino with the Revere shirt. If Revere was a person, I don't think there's another person that exists that embodies it more than him.
Yeah, I actually have been interviewed once a long time ago before the internet, and they actually said my accent was the most Boston, awful. Really is how it is, which is hilarious because up now where we are, they don't talk like this. Steve.
We're in the woods right now.
Yeah, we are definitely up in the
I just
sticks.
went over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house to get here, and you're up here, pal.
I listen. I appreciate you making the trip up here because most people are like, wait, where?
Yeah,
I'm like, the Topsville Fair, it's right there. Like, a couple exits. But anyway, so Steve, you doing comedy hosting, you're a content creator, food reviewer, you're a host on everyone's favorite station, Nesson. I mean, the Wicked Bites, and you have a full-time job.
There's a lot going on, buddy.
And a dad. I mean, how do you find the time?
I don't. Actually, every day I have to decide who I don't mind upsetting that let down. But I feel like we have to address the elephant in the room right now. We're both wearing sunglasses. People should know that it's lit up like a tanning bed in here right now.
Yes.
And rather than blow our rods and cones out of our cornea, we're wearing sunglasses.
Well, this is all about the lighting is what I've learned.
Plus, we're friggin' cool.
Yeah, the sun always shines on you when you're cool. No, it's actually something that I've gotten used to, and I got my balls broken, but I don't give a shit. I like the sunglasses. They serve a purpose. And we look good.
We look great.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my God. All right, listen, I guess I should answer your question. It is what it is, brother. I'm crazy. I'm very blessed to have a hand in quite a few different things. I'm a court officer full-time. That's what came first. I don't have the balls to leave a state job. I got a great job. I love it there. But I do a lot of other things. You're right. Co-hosting on Wicked Bites on Nesson, which is just fantastic. Love working with Scott, Lee, Bianca, and Carol. I've learned so much working with them, which has really been kind of the segue into the other things that I do, social media stuff. It's really kind of opened the door to the social media stuff, which is on fire right now.
I love it. And I love the comedy that you do, like on top of helping out these restaurants and these places. And, not the big chains, but the sub shops, the family owned restaurants.
Big chains can pay me. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
I'll never say no to a small business. Those are the cornerstones and the backbones of our communities. Those are the people that are, sponsoring your kids' little league team.
Yeah,
those are the ones that are going to get my attention. That's just the way it is.
Well, it's funny you say that because I actually, I'm a little older than you, so I don't know you from the neighborhood. All right, so to say, but I remember you from the Boston Pizza Wars.
Yes.
And this is it's got to be 7-8 years ago before COVID when you were doing that.
2019, we launched Boston Pizza Wars.
Okay, yeah. So I remember because watching you do those things with the banana suit and
banana
hilarious.
suit.
Like
yes.
no fucks
gone.
given. All right.
Completely gone.
You just went for it. And it was hilarious. And then, it made me want to go to try some of these pizza places because you weren't just going to the locals that we all knew were great. There was a place that was in Framingham and it was New York or something.
Oh, Nico's. Yeah.
Man, I drove to fucking Framingham. Okay.
Nico made a good pizza, man. I'll give him that.
And I was like, and I was like, wow, I'm gonna go for it tonight. Yeah. I'm gonna take the ride.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, when you talk about some of these other places, I used to be a fan of another show that was, on Sunday mornings. It was the Phantom Gourmet.
Well, they do a great job.
Yeah, they do. I grew up watching that. But I also remember back in the day when they went to these places and they didn't tell you they were there. And they would eat there, not say who they were, and then they would write an article in the newspaper or magazines and tell you their review. You know what I mean? It was more like a secret, the Phantom. And now it's changed so much with the way it's done, where you're like really highlighting. You're giving these restaurants a chance to put their best stuff out. You know,
things evolve. Phantom does a great job. Plenty of room in the sandbox. Big respect for the Andelmans. Again, plenty of room in the sandbox. I do what I do. Wicked Bites does amazing things. I've learned so much with them. But my thing is do no harm, right? So obviously there's plenty of things that I don't like when I go somewhere. I'm going to find what I like, and I'm going to talk about what I like. There's plenty of food bloggers or personalities that are out there that'll tell you the stuff they like, that'll trash businesses. And you know what? I follow them. I respect it. I love what they do, but it's just not my style. I'm just not going to trash a business that somebody has poured pretty much everything they have into. There's always going to be something that you like, find it, show it. And there's no reason not to.
No, absolutely. But something I think of too, when I think it's like, if I'm not crazy about a certain food, I think that we grew up in my opinion, the absolute best place for food, because I grew up in Revere. So I grew up in Beachmont. We had Beachmont roast beef, Domino's, Luigi's.
Yep.
You had Toretta's Bakery. Down the street, you had all of East Boston, which I got a list of some throwback goodies for you that I want to talk about. And then you had, my point is there was tons of places for our palate to be molded.
The bar was set high.
Right.
And that is a big issue. So I grew up primarily in East Boston. I did quite a bit of time in South Medford, which is very similar. It's very Italian. So the bar was set high for me.
So it must be tough when you go to a place and for that town, it might be the best stuff, but you're so used to this type that it's like,
But something though, but I do have the ability to factor that in and understand that. So
I like that you do that.
But you know what though? A lot of times it's not even really about the food for me. It's about the vibe. It's about the story.
Yeah.
If somebody's putting their all into it, they love what they do, they're passionate about it. If the food's just okay, the place is a win for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I agree 100%. Listen, growing up where I grew up and then moving up here to the sticks, we have literally 2 restaurants in town. And before I moved here, I would not eat here. Okay. I'm just being honest.
It's not a destination town for dining.
But I mean, in my town, there's literally no stores.
Right.
There's, it's a dry town. It's, there's a house of pizza and then there's the community kitchen, Boxford Community Kitchen. And I love Boxford Community Kitchen. But
you are on the North Shore. You're within a short drive.
I can go.
Some of the greats.
And we have Georgetown. And it's so funny when I'm in Georgetown, I'm like, I love Georgetown. People from Georgetown's like, you love Georgetown? And I'm like, yeah,
it's the closest civilization that we have found.
There's a liquor store.
I love it.
You got the Spot, which is one of my favorites up here.
I love the Spot.
It's the Spot. I mean, there's donut places, bagel places. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's right on the other side of the highway. You go to Ipswich. You got roast beef. I got Zeno's, which is my favorite. You know what's so funny is I was never a big seafood guy, but now I've grown to enjoy it.
Really?
Yeah. Like I won't order it, but I'll eat it if my wife makes it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's this is if I'm
yes, I don't eat fish.
It doesn't taste so bad if it's cooked. Hey, whatever.
It's crazy. I'll be honest with you. I grew up in a peninsula, East Boston, right? I spent 12 years as the deputy harbor master for the town of Winthrop.
Awesome.
Or deputy harbor master, not the. And I'm Sicilian. I just don't eat fish. It just is what it is.
Have you ever been to Sicily?
No.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
We went for our honeymoon. We went on a Mediterranean cruise. And I got to go to a couple places in Italy, one place in Sicily, and I'm half Sicilian. Loved it. Half Napolitan, half Sicilian.
That's what I am.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. And it was, I'm telling you, it was everything you think it's going to be. It really was.
Well, you can have it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I know, right? So I will say this, a couple of old school East Boston places that I was thinking about was I had my favorite fried ice cream was Little Asia.
Little Asia.
Wow. My favorite. I used to go there just for fried ice cream. Yeah. Sometimes I'd get 2.
That was the spot, man.
Oh my God. And then across you got Milano's. And you get the chicken nap and the chicken Milano. And then you go half and half.
You just can't recreate these types of places because the character was built over so many years.
Yes.
Of just existing, and places like they don't exist anymore, man.
And now that's just Maverick.
That's
I'm sorry,
that's
Orient
the
Heights. That's just the Heights. And then you get further down. I got a couple other ones like Roy's.
Oh,
Roy's my guy. I love
the stuffed pepper king. But ever since Roy retired, huge respect to Roy. Camella's,
that's
Nicky
on my
Malazan.
Yes,
he has assumed the position in East Boston. His peppers are outrageous.
Really?
I could eat 3 jars of them, no problem.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been able to get down there in a long time because living up here and with work and stuff, it's not the same, but I know, right? But a couple of other ones that I had from my old school was Betty Ann's.
Wow.
The donuts. The donuts.
If you don't know, Betty Ann's donuts were the greatest donuts in the United States of America. These things are about 6 pounds. All right. You eat this thing, your whole day's over. You got to go to bed at 9 a.m. Just go to bed. It was that good.
The jellies and the sugar rays.
Yes.
In the bag. And awesome. And then there was a certain amount. It was the times, the day you had to get there. And you had to get them before they were gone.
It was over.
That was it.
Closed.
And it was unbelievable.
That's East Boston. And so many people can't ever understand that. You know what I mean? We could talk about it all we want. Oh, East Boston. But the things that we grew up with are just like, you just can't find it anywhere else in the world.
No, it's the truth. And
we had no idea how special these things were back then.
No.
Only now, when they're gone and we're out of there, that you crave that. It's just
gone. Well, it was something that like your dad would go and grab on Sunday morning.
Yes.
And then you show up, and then there they were. You throw them in the microwave.
Every Sunday morning.
Nuke them. And it would just,
That's the donuts. But every Sunday morning, our traditions, my father would go to either D'Angelo's down the point or Cucciello's, get the pizza, the bread, some Moxie, and I'd be watching the Three Stooges drinking. It was just...
So it's like funny again that you say this because D'Angelo's on my list because my parents had a triple decker on the corner of New Orleans and Maverick.
Right there.
So I'd go across the street and I'd get the pizza with no cheese.
I used to call it the gravy pizza.
My God. It was the best.
The best.
It was the best.
And that
Italian Express.
Yeah, but that oven in D'Angelo's, it was massive and it had been there for hundreds of years or whatever. Man, they'd have the Tarelis going across the ceiling on the strings. Oh, man.
The days, the good old days.
Talk about it till the cows come home.
I know.
It's just over.
Well, this is something that some of you may remember, some of you may appreciate, some of you are probably drooling. Everybody's fucking drooling. That's just how it is. But I wanted to, and I actually worked at Sonny Noto's.
Did you?
I worked there with Johnny Trainer. He got me the job, and we were back there. And we were making the subs and all the stuff with the salad dressing, the local Zinfandel. I mean,
Sonny Noto's was my first love affair with the steak tip. Their steak tip is what created my passion for them.
Yeah.
To this day, love Sonny Noto's steak. I go to Wakefield, I get them.
Every once in a while, I'll go there and I'll get the steak tip salad with a scoop of tuna. With the local Zinfandel dressing, and I'm in heaven. It brings me back to when I was a kid.
That's the thing about food, man. It brings you back. It's nostalgic. Food brings everybody together.
Remember Boston Best Beef?
That was my first job.
No way.
Yes.
That's hilarious. Boston's Best Beef. They had the little sub rolls. Those sub rolls are different with the curly fries.
Oh.
They were the first ones with the curly fries.
2 juniors and a curly fry. That's what I used to get.
If I wanted the sub, I'd take the ride. Because now, remind you, I grew up in Beachmont. So we had Beachmont roast beef.
Yeah.
Which, to me is always the GOAT. It doesn't compare with today's roast beef places.
Different.
I'm not trying to say it does, but it is and will always be the nostalgic GOAT to me.
I agree with that.
And but I had those lists of all those guys, Meridian Market. I mean, we could just sit here and talk about it. Can't leave out Santapio's, obviously.
That's just,
that
goes without saying.
Favorite pizza from Santapio's?
Me?
Yes.
I have to get a cheese garlic, well done, right?
Yes.
Then you get a side sausage.
Yes.
Okay. You cut the sausage, right? Then you put it on. You get the hot cherry pepper. You poke a hole. You squeeze it all over the pizza. Nice. You
look
cut
at
it with a
you.
fork and a knife. Little sausage, little pizza. Nice.
Wow.
I love it.
I'm garlic too, all the way. Garlic pie.
Yes.
Same thing with Bianchi's. A garlic pizza, to me, that's the ultimate pizza.
Oh,
You know, and then, you know, I would do my sausage and peppers with the bread on the side because
ooh.
I'll rip through a pizza by myself and,
Oh,
and
yeah.
be, you know, just crazy. But anyway, so Steve, I'm getting a little hungry. I'm not gonna lie.
I haven't ate yet. We
No?
could have food. Yeah.
Oh, well, then I'm gonna have to.
That's
Honey, get the meatloaf. Meatloaf? No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I don't hate meatloaf.
Wedding crashes. It was just she made meatballs yesterday.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, so
love that.
we got some meatballs and sausages upstairs. I'll have her heat some up. So what I wanted to say, normally we wear the headphones, but Steve with his magnificent hair, I didn't even want to do it, and I figured, what do we need the headphones for? I'm gonna go
It's a
raw
Como.
dog myself today with no headphones, and it's kind of different. I kind of like it. I do. I kind of like it, but I feel like if something's not working, I'm not gonna know until it's too late.
Whatever.
So hopefully that's not the case. But
We'll be fine.
yeah. And then another thing I wanted to talk to you about was the sunglasses on the forehead.
You know, it was never supposed to be a thing. Apparently, it's becoming a thing. Here it is.
I can't do it. No,
That's
I
because
don't.
you've
I
got
don't,
a big
I don't,
forehead.
I don't.
Oh, let me
No,
see
it's because I have no hair.
You can't do
so
that?
it looks like my.
Oh,
no, it won't. I tried. I've been
No,
trying
right here.
this.
You gotta stick them in.
No,
You can't
yeah.
do it. You can't do it.
Whatever. Anyway,
It was never supposed to be a thing. It's not a thing. So I wear sunglasses a lot. I have really sensitive eyes. No
Yeah.
kidding. From infections. I wear contacts. I sleep with them like an idiot.
Oh yeah.
So I've
No
gotten a
bueno.
number of eye infections.
Yeah.
So they're sensitive. So I wear glasses a lot. So I pop them up.
Yeah.
I pop them down. It's just one of them.
I like it. I tried it. It doesn't work for me. They fall. It's
Those
whatever.
do though. Those look good.
Yeah. Well, thank you. These
You gave me the zebra print ones here.
I give you those are the tortoise, bro.
I love
I got the brown and I got the black. This is what because you gotta with these fucking lights
know.
are huge.
I'm getting a tan.
I know it's bad. It's bad. But I mean, it's kind of funny because I watched a video you did with a buddy of mine, Pete, that I grew up with.
PD Baby.
Yeah, PD
love
Baby. And you guys were at Square Deli, and I used to work at Domino's, and that used to love steak and cheese. They were the goat, like another goat to me was Domino subs and the steak and cheese. And now it's not very often that I can find a good steak and cheese. And then the way that the video you guys did, the place looked unbelievable. I was like, you know what? I called him up. I was like, I got to make my way there. One day during work, I ended up going, and it was after I saw the video you guys did. And who's in there? Pete. Pete was in there eating the sub, and it was so funny. I brought a guy from work. We're sitting down. Me and my buddy Matt, we're eating the subs. And I wish I got it with the onions. I do wish I got it with the onions because I like onions on my steak and cheese.
So that's, yeah.
But I got a regular steak and cheese, like, you know, the Philly style with the
Koopa Shop.
Koopa Shop. Say that.
Koopa Shop.
Koopa Shop.
Yeah.
And so I got it with that, and it was delicious. Now, the Philly steak and cheese, though, is actually Cheese Whiz.
No. So
Okay.
so Philly does it both ways. Both are equally as popular in Philly.
They go both ways, huh? Them Philly
They go
guys?
both ways. So I've been to Philly quite a bit in recent months.
Yes.
I know my way around the Philly cheesesteak game at the moment. And Massachusetts is making a crazy run right now towards the cheesesteak crown. We're never going to compete with Philly. They're the
No,
GOAT,
of course
but
not.
We're making a run, and we're
Yeah.
doing pretty good. All these places around Massachusetts have learned
Yeah.
that they can elevate, right? So
Right.
our steak and cheese, regular American, you know, the steak and a regular roll, it's old news.
Panadosis.
Well, I love panadosi, but anybody doing the Philly style cheesesteaks, which is really the ribeye with the Koopa Shop and the fried onions, they're all exploding because the people around here have shown that they love it.
The
And
flavors,
I love it.
absolutely. You know, I mean, listen, if you're gonna get a steak and cheese, especially not to talk about price, but the prices have all gone up for everything.
Well,
And if you're gonna be paying that kind of money for a sub, when you hear that it's ribeye and you can taste the difference, you're like, wow, okay, and now the cheese is better. Right. It makes it.
Well, the Cooper Shop is just, it's on another level. It has a
Yeah.
completely different flavor and feel. It's very silky, creamy, gives you a whole different mouthfeel. I love the flavor. And you throw that on some ribeye, on a seeded roll. These with the fried onions.
Oh, not homemade, but these in-house baked rolls.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
a few places doing it. Shout out to some of the places that I love that are doing the Philly cheesesteaks right now. You got I Love Frankie's out in Worcester. You got the Square Deli, right? And there's another place in Everett. Then there's another place that I'm dying to try, Big Al's in Billerica, which everybody raves about. So that's next on my list.
And they actually talk about their pizza too,
Yep.
Big Al's. I saw a few things about their pizza, and
Yeah.
I don't. Do they do roast beefs, or am I think it's someplace else?
I don't know.
I'm not sure, but I know it. That I remember seeing something about the pizza being really good there too.
We're going to try it.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna lie. Unless I'm working out in Worcester, I'm probably not going.
Oh, that's I Love Frankie's.
Yeah, because I've seen the video you've done there, and what did you eat today, sir, Mikey P?
My boy, I just did a video with him.
Yeah, him and Big Frank.
Oh, yeah. We just did Pearl Street Station together.
And the Guido.
And the Guido.
You four, right? Yeah, I saw it. It was awesome. I had Mike on, and we talked restaurants and all that stuff, and he's smooth.
He's a good kid.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job. I love him. Big respect for him. But yeah, we just did the Pearl Street Station together, the Guido and Big Frank, and Pearl Street Station, legendary, man.
Yeah.
That video did very well.
Yeah, I've not been there. I'm not gonna lie, I don't get out as much as I used to.
Is that right?
And it's okay. The cool thing is this, with the content that you guys are putting out, it makes it so when I am in that area, the videos are so good and the food looks so good. You guys are doing such a great job that I actually say to myself, shit, I'm in this town and they have this place. And then I'll go through I'll go to your site, your page, and I'll scroll and I'll be like, all right, there it is.
That's awesome.
And then I know where to go. And then
that is awesome.
And it's really, what you guys are doing is great.
Well, that's the name of the game, because we're doing two different things. First of all, we want to entertain you. We want to make you laugh. And food is our prop. And if we're able to support a small business and bring them some attention while doing that, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, some of these videos, I think my best video is 1.3 million right now, and it was I Love Frankie's. I mean, he had to close. He ran out of everything.
Wow.
But again, I tell people this all the time. Like, it's not me. It's not what I'm doing. It's what I'm showing that makes these videos go viral. I mean, if the food wasn't insanely good, the video wouldn't go crazy. There's only so much people want to listen to me. You know what I mean?
No, I understand, but you do make it. You do such a good job that it's easy to stay looking at it, because today everybody's watching stuff like I'm learning that our short's got to be under 30 seconds now.
Yeah, attention span's not there. You have to keep people engaged through the whole thing.
But I'll watch your whole thing.
Packed.
I'll watch your thing from start to finish, whether it's comedy or a restaurant, because the way that you're switching from the angle to what you're showing, the voiceovers, the jokes, you know what I mean? Like you do such a great job, and with keeping people entertained, as well as highlighting the product,
so the one
and not
thing
making it all about yourself, which is.
Well, it's not, right?
No,
it's about what
right.
we're showing. But so the one thing about my videos, you'll notice, and not all of them, but the majority of them, no clip is longer than 2 seconds. It's constant changing, constant just, stimulation. That's, to keep people engaged in the video, because people do lose interest. You can see, where people stop watching and you look at the algorithm. So just really try to keep people engaged through the whole thing. Yeah,
well, you do a great job. And
thank you.
And I'm sure it took some time to learn that.
Trial and error. Yeah.
Right. And I understand that. I'm still in the error part. No, I'm kidding. But
we'll be fine.
No, I'm not worried. Listen, this is for fun. I'm enjoying it. That's all that it's about is, this is literally a place for me and my cousin to hang out, where we can shoot the shit for a day, twice a month.
That's how all great things begin.
Because, now I have my first child, she's going to be 2 next month, and it's all new to me. And, for once in my life, I'm actually like on a schedule that isn't my own. You know what I mean? So I actually appreciate the times that me and him get to sit down and then talk to somebody like you know, that we don't know, that, you know, and just shoot the shit with somebody and make friends, you know. But he couldn't make it tonight because his son's hockey game. Nicholas had a game.
That's a priority, man.
And that's what I told him. And he's such a good dad. You know, all his free time is his kids. And, you know, anyway, that's enough about him. He's not here. I'm only
Next time.
But listen, so one thing I wanted to do with you also was we've been doing like blind rankings.
Ooh.
Okay. So top 5 blind rankings. All right. The topic is going to be steak tips.
Ooh.
Okay. Now,
love that.
okay. So this way. All right. Now you said South Medford. I'm going to throw out an old one that's not on the list because just in case you didn't know it, I can't imagine you don't, but it's possible because you are a little younger. Hungry Herbs.
I do remember Hungry Herbs. That's not South Medford. That was on Salem Street in kind of in the center of Medford.
I'm a Revere guy. Medford's Medford.
Medford's Medford. I get it.
But Pete took me to Hungry Herbs a long time ago, and I fell in love. And I wish I knew where he went, because if I could get those sweet Georgia Blues steak tips, it was so good. But all right, so they're not on the list. That was just an honorable mention.
That's just an honorable mention. Shout out Hungry Herbs, nostalgic, back in the day buffet.
So good.
Wow.
All right, so now I was going to say number 1, but it's not number 1. You're all going to pick the number. So the first one on the blind ranking is Dom sauce. I mean, Dom sausage, Dom steak tips.
So I can't know what the other ones
You
are?
have no idea what the other 5 are. You obviously know what most of them are.
I'm gonna.
You know them all.
So first of all, just to be in this top 5, these are the greatest in New England.
Yes.
So any mention at all is
These
big.
top 5 are like.
So I have to leave some room. So I'm going to put them at number 3 right now.
Very wise. Okay, number 2. The New Bridge.
2 spot.
Right. Okay. Now, just so you know, I am not going to trick you. Usually when I do this, I throw a couple of zingers in there to try to, you know, mess you up.
But are you only giving me 5?
5 it. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Number 3. Back in Revere, on the beach, where the meat falls off the bone, we're going Floramos.
I'm struggling with this one.
Yeah. I know.
Because I haven't had them in so long. And
me neither, obviously, but this is.
I'm going to put them in the 4 spot.
Wait till you see what I give you last. Okay. All right.
But
well played, sir.
Hold
well
on.
played.
They're still within the top 5 greatest, basically, in the United States of America.
Yeah.
So
hands down.
The fact that they're in this
top 5. Listen, there
no
is
slight to them.
You have no idea what I'm going to say.
Right.
So you got to kind of.
Well, I'm leaving that 1 spot for what I think's coming.
You know what's coming, and it's coming next.
Okay,
all right.
Let's see.
It's Champions.
Number 1.
Champions number 1. Now, I'm a
Sorry.
Revere guy, so for me, it's the New Bridge. But as I've moved north, I've had Champions, and they are gas.
They just are.
They really are. There's no doubt. And
I'm feeling pretty good about this list right now. I think I've nailed it.
Well,
I don't know what's next.
I've watched you on some other things where that's where this zinger came. Because originally it was Hungry Herbs was going to be the last one I was going to put in there, but I didn't want to because just in case you weren't familiar with it, it would be messed up. And then I heard you talk about this place, and I went 5 on the list, not on your list. Anyway, but it is going to be number 5 actually, because you only have number 5 open.
I have number 5 left.
Sunny Notos.
So, you know what though? I think that's a fair placement.
Out of that 5,
I think
absolutely.
that's a
But
fair
because
placement.
it was your favorite growing up in East Boston,
It would arrive there anyway. They're that good.
right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you think of this list, okay, we have number 1 Champions. Number 2, we have the New Bridge. Number 3, we have Dom's. Number 4, we have Floramos. And number 5, we have Sunny Noto.
So I had some steak tips yesterday, actually, that are they're sleeper steak tips. They're pretty good. That would probably creep into the top 20 that I've had in a long time.
Yeah.
The establishment in Chelmsford.
Really?
Outstanding. Yeah. Outstanding steak tips.
I'm a sucker for a good steak tip and a marinade. I love them.
They have to be sweet. If your steak tips don't have a sweet marinade, it's not even going to be in the conversation.
Right.
And you know, I feel bad because there's places that like think their steak tips are great, and they are. The cook is great. The cut of meat is fantastic. But if that marinade doesn't have at least a hint of sweetness in it, to me, it can never be truly great.
I agree.
That's just my humble opinion.
Well, another honorable mention for meats and marinated meats is Bianco's.
Big time.
Lewis, since he is expanded from sausages, which the best sausages, in my opinion, since he started doing marinated meats, I mean, they're just...
Those steak tips are in the conversation as well. They're very, very good. That's the thing. We're in the steak tip capital of the United States. I mean, and I never realized that steak tips were really a New England thing, right? Outside of New England, almost nobody knows what a steak tip is, right? In New England, the hub of steak tips is really the North Shore. So we are really in the steak tip capital of the United States of America. So to even be talked about in this way as greatness really means they are the greatest in the United States of America.
Wow. You are the steak tipologist?
I'm a steak tipologist.
So I take your word. And out of these, I mean, those are my favorites, you know, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to Floramos coming to Revere, along with the Kowloon Tiki Bar coming to Revere Beach. You know, I'm not going to lie. I probably won't go down there, especially not in the summertime because of the traffic. But I am happy that they're down there.
It's just cool that they're breathing life back into the beach.
Yeah, absolutely. You know? Absolutely. I mean, another thing, this is going to lead me into this, that growing up around here, I mean, yeah, we have the seafood, all right? And we have the Italian. We know that, all right? But our Chinese food, how great is our Chinese food?
It's another one of those things. And I've said this on another podcast. No commercials. Yeah. We have some of the greatest Chinese. But you talk about places like the Kowloon, right? We know the food's not the best, right? But it's the vibe. You look at the place you're walking into.
Absolutely.
It's just, I love Chinese food. I can't eat much of it because I gain 6 pounds of face every time I eat it. It is what it is.
It is worth it, though. There's nothing like it. You know, like, I'm not gonna lie. On Sunday dinner, when every Sunday me and my wife will either host here or we'll go to my dad's house, and it's I get real giddy when it's like, should we have Chinese? You know, I don't really feel like cooking tonight. Should we just get some takeout Chinese food? Yeah. And I'm like, yeah.
The problem is for the next 3 days, I can't fit into anything because I blow up like a balloon.
It's the MSG. I got nightmares. You know,
that's what it is.
It's so funny. But another thing I want to say is thank you to the Greeks for giving us roast beef.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think they really, and I've been to Greece and they don't do it there. They don't have James River.
Listen, but my first job was Boston's Best Beef and Burgers. Roast beef was a major part of my life for a long time. I mean, I'm trying to cut back right now, but I love a good roast beef.
Well, up here, if I'm gonna go, I go to Zeno's. It's worth the ride for me. It's I haven't been to Bella's, and I've been to Londy's. The truth is, though, Steve, is that I don't want to dislocate my jaw or pull the muscle underneath trying to bite this roast beef that's oversized. So for me, I'd rather get from those places, I'd be like, can I get the junior, but on or a regular beef on a onion roll, the super roll, just so it's a little bit more.
You can fit it in your mouth.
Yeah, and I want to enjoy it. Like
so here's how I do it. So first of all, this is the thing now, right? So all the new roast beef places are making the stacks, right? And they're too big. So what I do is I uncap it, right?
Yeah.
I have a fork, and I'll eat about an inch off of it of the beef, and then I'll cover it again.
It's a veteran
We'll go in.
move.
That's
That's
the
a
play.
veteran move.
That's
That
the
is.
play.
That's a veteran move. Do you remember the double deckers?
What's the place in Revere did the double decker?
Beef roast beef, Pete's.
Pete's.
Yeah.
Pete's does it's like a Big Mac of roast beef.
Unbelievable.
Bread in the middle. I don't know that I loved that though. Too much bread.
I think
But
that they don't do it anymore because it's a waste of a bun.
it's a waste of a bun. We don't need
Right?
it's
Because
unnecessary.
when you do it, you're missing on the tops. You got a bunch of tops. But it was so good. They got a double. That was like, because they didn't have the onion roll. So you would get the double decker. It would be like you said, the Big Mac of roast beef.
It was great.
So good.
I get a little stupid with the roast beef. I do onions and pickles.
Really? Pickles. My
know.
buddy Matt used to do the pickles, but he would get them sliced on the top. They put it in the little tuck of the thing.
Tuck.
Right? In the little tuck of the paper. And then they'd give you a couple of slivers of pickles. And then, you take the bite, you eat the thing.
And I'm going to say something else. I don't love a lot of sauce. I don't want my roast beef swimming, and I get light sauce. I want to taste the beef.
Yeah, I do. I enjoy that. I don't. See, I don't know why you guys think that we want all this sauce on it. It's a mess. It's messy as enough.
You like it fine.
You know what I mean? You can't taste. I mean, unless you're giving the ass end of the beef. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Mass getting that.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't need all the James River.
You go to a good place so right now, my two favorite places, Bella's and Tessie's. I'm at Tessie's at least twice a week.
Really?
Those places, you don't need all that sauce. Their beef is so flavorful, so good that I want to taste it. So that's the way it is.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. I saw one thing where they're saying you do the sauce on the side is the new vet move.
If it's to go beef, you don't want to be taking home a soggy beef.
Right.
So you get the sauce on the side.
Right.
And it works.
Yeah. I agree. I really like the idea of just taking the cap off and eating some of the beef first.
That's what you have to.
I always say, hey, listen, let me get a regular beef on the onion roll.
Yep.
Don't worry about it. I'll pay extra. It's worth it just not to have the big mess,
Read.
Yeah. So another thing I really have been loving about your content that is not food related is the Boston accent stuff.
The word of the day.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to the Boston Guido, by the way. This is his thing. I just appear in them.
Well, you talk with the Boston accent as much as I do, which is pretty hard. It's a hard accent.
It's a hard
You know what
accent.
I mean? Like and I saw you on the So New England with Ian Brownhill. And for the longest time, I didn't know that wasn't his accent.
No,
I thought that I was like,
puts it on.
I was like, wow, they talk like that in Rhode Island?
He puts it on, and he does a great job.
Yeah. And then once I started watching his podcast, I realized that he doesn't talk like that. It's like a bit. And then I started actually liking it more. You know what I mean? Because
Right. He won't lie. He'll tell you it's not real.
He's an actor. He's acting.
He's an actor.
But
so here's the thing. So the accent is the number one thing I get my balls broken about all the time. I can't tell you how many messages or comments I get. Stop forcing the accent. Your accent's fake. The reality is that some of us actually talk like this. All right. Who would want to talk like this on purpose? I mean, it is what we sound like idiots, and we love that.
Yeah. 100%.
All right. When you grow up in the areas that we grew up in, this is how we talk. This is
it.
It's life. It's life.
And there's no hesitation. It's just, oh, can you grab me a water?
That's it.
That's it. Water. I'm not gonna lie. My daughter says water. She's 2 years old. She says water.
It's going away.
It drives me nuts.
It's going
I'm like,
away.
water.
Yeah.
Not You get that?
The accent is disappearing. It is. It's sad. And actually, my good pal, the Boston dad, he was talking about that, how the accent is disappearing. But as I travel around, right, the state and stuff, I've noticed that there are variations of the accent.
Oh, I love
Most
this.
recently,
Yes.
okay, I discovered that the Lowell area has its own thing, right? But it's not with us. It's for L's.
Okay.
They dropped the friggin' L's. All right.
Really?
So there's two towns that surround. I made a video about this. It went viral. There's two towns that touch Lowell. You got Chelmsford and you got what's the other one there? Chelmsford and Billerica.
Okay.
Okay. But if you talk to somebody from that area, they don't pronounce them in that way. They say Chelmsford and Barica. The L's are gone.
Really?
I don't know why.
Really?
But this is a Lowell thing, like greater Lowell area. All right. I mean, whatever.
Well, it's funny you say this with the town names because I have a couple that I find that I say one way. Some people say a different way. And for instance, Revere.
Revere.
Now, Revere, the way we say it, it sounds like you spell like R-A.
Revere.
Revere.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
But the Guido calls it Reverie.
Yeah, okay, right? Oh, nice.
Reverie.
So now the second one I got on the list is Swampscott.
Swampscott.
Now, I say both ways. I say Swampscott and I say Swampscott. I out of nowhere, without thinking about it, I said Swampscott. And someone said to me, "You're a Revere boy. You say Swampscott. You don't say Swampscott." And I said, you know what? I say it both ways, I guess, because I've caught myself say it Swampscott.
I say it both ways too.
Yeah.
Swampscott.
But I feel like Swampscott is more natural.
More natural.
For me.
Yep.
And now this third one I saw recently on your new Boston Uber video with the Guido, which was fucking hysterical. Okay.
Oh my God.
You were Eddie from Everett, and he was Marty from Marblehead.
Yes.
All right. And then you guys said Stoneham. All right. So some people, it's spelled Stoneham. All right. Stoneham.
Look, here's the deal. Out of all the towns, Dedham, Needham, right? Stoneham. Stoneham is the only one I say ham.
Really?
And this all started when I went to Pizza Mia in Stoneham. I did a video there. And I said Stoneham. People were ripping me up over it. He must not be from around here. He's from Rhode Island. He's from here. He's from... I could say it however the hell I want to say it. All right? I say Stoneham. It is what it is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Right. No, well, that's what listen, when it comes down to it, how often are you in Stoneham to even say that town?
Very little.
You know what I mean? So that's like, for me, it's,
Nice town, by the way.
like Dedham.
I say Dedham.
Right. So it's
Right.
more like, I don't know. I was trying to think of the list of the places and the different towns and the sayings. I mean,
Yeah.
because we can go through the blinker, the clicker, you know what I mean? Like all these words that we know.
I want to address one thing though. All right, because there's a word that everybody says is a part of the Boston culture and stuff. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I grew up in and around the city of Boston my entire life. I have never once in my life heard anybody call a liquor store a pahk.
Yeah, me neither. No.
I don't know where the hell that comes. Maybe it's a South Shore thing. We'll have to call up the Gary Bowles, see what he has to say about this.
Yeah, shut up.
But
Boy from Boston.
pahk? No, I just say I'm going to the liquor store.
Well, it's funny. We had on Zach, the New England dad, all right? And he said something about being at the pahk, and we actually I made a reel of it, okay, where I thought that people called it a pahk, making a joke because of Pakistan people that own the liquor stores now. And he was like, no, it's because it's a package.
Right, so
store.
here you are, a guy from Revere that's never heard it called a pahk, just like me.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
I wasn't a big drinker. I'm not a big drinker. So to me, like, let's hit the pahk. I had friends that would say that. You know what I mean?
You did?
Oh, yeah, 100%. In Beachmont, they would be like, well, who's going to the pahk?
I never heard it.
But I feel like that was more like an older saying. And I just, you know what I mean? It wasn't a liquor store. Liquor store.
It's a liquor store.
Liquor.
Yeah.
Liquor.
That's all it is.
But it was never, sometimes people, my buddy who drank, Bill Wood, he would be like, who's going to the pahk?
Yeah. No.
It's just, again, it wasn't something I did.
It feels forced to me. I don't know. It's just not, it's not within my vocabulary.
Yeah. I'm with you. But now Pakistan people do own a lot of liquor stores.
Hey, listen.
So I can see where it could be offensive if you call it a pahk.
Well, the Pakistani people have figured out how to make money.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
It's, I'm driving through Revere today and I'm coming through Wonderland, like over into that road, Bell Circle. All right. Now, when I was a kid, we had Shirley Ave was Cambodians. You had a very strong Cambodian presence and stuff, and a lot of friends. They were great. And now, when I see the stores, you have the Beirut coffee. You got the challah things. I feel like it's changed a lot from that to more like Middle Eastern. You know, and I got irritable bowel syndrome. I really haven't tried a lot of those different kind of foods. You know what I mean?
Oh
you know?
My God.
So
Middle Eastern food is awesome. But no, you're 100% right.
The seasonings, my stomach isn't used to it.
Strong.
You know?
Strong. Indian food. I've had I love Indian food. But no, you're 100% right. Revere has seen a shift with more Middle Eastern, in Arabic, in Muslim communities. And you know what? All things change, just like East Boston. You know, it's much different. The reality is, you know, things change. And as long as whoever's there now loves it and appreciates it like we did when we grew up there, that's really all that matters.
Absolutely. You know? I actually tried one episode, we tried different chip flavors, and I got with a blind tasting, and I got these Lay's potato chips, and they were masala.
Masala.
Now I'm thinking chicken masala, one of my favorites. That's not what they were. It was Indian masala or something, and it was not in my palate.
Chicken tikka masala.
Okay.
All right.
So this leads me to one of some things I wanted to talk to you about. That was because I know, you know, your nickname is Snacks. You love snacks. All right. You recently ordered overseas snacks, right?
So I didn't order them. They were given to me as a gift from the last podcast I was on.
Oh.
Shout out to Carrying the Torch, my guy, Bobby Nuggs. He works with Pop Shop, and they do this. And they had some boxes of them for me. And wow, some of them were really good.
Really? And I mean, again, it brings you back to like what your palate is used to. So when you're thinking of like some of these potato chips, these candies, these Oreos, flavored Oreos. I mean, it's one of my favorite things to do, to see the different flavors that are, you know, places. And it's like, wait, so Lay's makes that for Brazil. They have this flavor, or they have this for over in Japan where it's like shrimp.
Yeah, I that's just, I don't know why. You know what I mean? Like, because
you know, what people want.
Hey,
right?
Listen, you know I'm with it, you know, whatever. But
did anything really jump out at you about something that you would never think would work?
I would have to think about that because I've just had so much. But the snacks that they sent me, I really did enjoy. There was some churros stuff in there that I loved. There was these like Asian Skittle flavored like gummy worms that I loved. I'm a big fan of like gummy things and you know, with sugar. I love it. I'm a candy fanatic.
Yeah,
I am. That's my weakness. You know, I eat clean all week. I really do. That's how I try to stay in shape. I do eat clean during the week. Come Friday, nothing is off limits. It's maximum exposure to everything. All gas, no breaks. I'll go into the gas station. I'll buy 10 Cadbury eggs, sit in the car and eat all of them. No problem.
I love when they started making the caramel Cadbury eggs.
I love Cadbury eggs. The regular ones, though.
Yeah, see, I'm not the egg one. The egg, I like the caramel.
I love them.
I'm picky. I'm kind of picky. I'm kind of like I'm not going to lie. I'm, you know, I kind of suck. I do. I kind of suck.
Nah, you're fine.
But let me see. I had something else I wanted to talk to you about. Oh, how do you say orange?
Orange. Don't tell me you say orange.
No, I don't. I was curious because I heard somebody say it orange, and I was just like,
no,
it says that
orange.
Orange. Yeah, I know. I wish I had more of a list of the things, the words, but it's, you know, hey, listen, if you follow Steve, you follow us. This is how we talk.
It is what it is.
You know, and either you love it or you don't. But I will say this. So recently on the news, there was this girl, and they were playing this game on TV where you got to say what it is, and it's like tries to stump you. It's like pear, bear, deer.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And the boyfriend was from here, but they obviously live somewhere else. And she posted it, and it went
viral. Yeah.
Okay, and I thought to myself, that's because the algorithm where they are isn't that talking. Where here, this is how 90% of us talk, or maybe less, but still, it's more majority of the people talk with our accent. So it's not the same. Like you hear it and it's just normal to you.
Right.
It's not, what did he say?
Right.
So I actually was thinking about talking to my little brother, Andrew, who lives in Maryland, about starting an Instagram page and just sharing the stuff there so that my accent, the stuff I post is being posted in Maryland. There's a little idea I have.
That's good. But you know, I'll tell you what accent I like. I like the Philly accent. So I go down to Philly every now and then. I got a friend down there, and their accent is wild. So they don't say water or water like us. They say wooder. It's wood wooder. That's how they say it down there. It's a thing. Wooder. That's what they say. And like I would say how are you? They say how are you? How? It's like HAW. How are you?
Oh, that must be hilarious. You two talking together.
I'm going back down there. Her and I are going to do a video. Shout out Monica Dorenzo, the realtor. How are you?
How are you? I said that to you when we talked today. I couldn't remember exactly, but then I was like, how are you?
Oh, yeah.
My buddy Justin is a big one for that. How are you? I love it. I do. I'm so grateful for being brought up where I was and the way we talk and the way that we act and the food and everything about it. And it really is. It's such a blessing. I almost feel bad for my daughter that she's not going to grow up with it. But it's when I leave that area and I leave the traffic and then I come up here and it's no traffic and there's actually no people.
I love it.
I realize, because I know you moved to the sticks yourself.
So when I was married, I bought a home out in Townsend, which my ex-wife and my kids still live in. My kids live a great life out in Townsend. Awesome. I got a beautiful home. We got 3 acres of land. They live in a different kind of a childhood, right? It's still, I'll tell you what I do love about it out there. First of all, it's country. There's no people out in Townsend, but it's still old school. It's like the 90s. You pull up my street, there's kids outside playing. They're outside all day. I just love it for them. They have a great childhood out there. It'll never be what we grew up with, and I don't even try, but I do love that. But
Absolutely.
that was a past life for me, and I maintain it for them so they can live there. Currently, the Wicked SNACKAH single. I'm in search for the next Mrs. Wicked SNACKAH. So we're on the hunt. We'll see.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know. You could meet. What is it?
Actually, the girl that I was with for a long time left me for a girl. So it is what it is. Why hide it?
Hey, her loss. Her loss, Steve. And I'm not going to lie, buddy. It's perfect timing. The summer's coming. You know what I'm saying?
I'm focused on what I'm doing. If something comes along, it comes along.
Well, I don't know how you would find the time because of everything you have your hands in. And then plus, like I said, you have a 40-hour-a-week job that you know what I mean? Like you have to be.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. It's very stressful, trying to put out the content. Each video that I do takes me approximately 3 hours of editing. And that doesn't count, the 2 hours we're on site filming. It's a lot of work for me. I try to put out one big video a week and then a couple of filler ones that are just quick edits. But, I'm at the court all day. I'm doing that. I'm filming with Wicked Bites. I don't have a lot of time. And I'll be honest with you, recently I have realized that I'm probably not able to give somebody the attention that they would want and deserve. So I don't know that I'm ready for that, but we'll see.
Well, at least we can say this, that your business is going to restaurants. So it's always, it's almost like a kind of a date night.
Well, it'd be great to find somebody that loves the stuff that I do and would want to be a part of that.
Yeah. Well, maybe meet a chef. Right? Like a busy chef.
The problem is that I'm going to be doing it all the time. I'm going to get gigantic. It worked because the girl I was with was like, she didn't like food. So it was like, she didn't want to go. So it was great. She kept me in shape. I might get fat now.
No, I'm telling you, there's no diet like a breakup. There's no, it's the best.
It doesn't even really affect me because it was for a girl and it was a long time coming. So it is what it is.
Hey, it's all good. I did see you and your son got Cowie dirt bikes.
Yeah.
What's that?
If I don't kill myself this summer, it's a miracle.
Right? Now, is that for where you stay now? Because where you stay now, growing up, was like known for having unbelievable trails.
So in Townsend, you can do whatever you want.
Well, yeah.
Like,
Well,
yeah.
I got a 4-wheeler because living up here,
Oh yeah.
there's, it's
Well, it all
part
started.
of the gift.
My son fell in love with dirt bikes. He's 11, and he wanted a dirt bike. So my ex-wife said, "I got him a dirt bike for Christmas. Just go pick it up." So I went to go pick it up, and it was the 80, the KX 80.
yeah.
So it's too big for him. But she had already paid this guy, and they're not giving back $1,800. So I'm like, I guess we own it now. So I was like, I'll just keep it. I'll try it. And then I went out and bought him the 60.
Yeah.
So now we have 2 dirt bikes.
Right.
So I guess I'm learning a friggin' dirt bike now.
You'll see what happens. Before you know it, he'll be on to the 80.
He's already on it.
Right. And then your younger child will end up riding the 60. And then you're going to get a 125. And I promise you probably will not need anything bigger than a 125, especially if you keep
I'm fine with the 80.
I know. No. Listen.
I haven't even taken it out of second gear yet. It's insane, man.
Be careful, because you hit that power band.
It's
and
nuts.
that thing's going right out.
I'm not there yet. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I can start
Take it
it
easy. Just take it slow. That's
first
all.
gear up and down the street. We live in a private street. We can do it. But this summer, I'm scared.
Yeah. Just, listen, you're going to have to wear a helmet.
I'll wear a helmet.
So you're here.
It's a comb over.
You're
by
going
the way.
to,
It is.
It looks nice.
Well, it's this. You know how much powder is in this thing right
Listen,
now?
I hear you. I got mine tattooed.
You just
I
gave it up.
tattooed my ball.
No, did you? Let me see that.
Yeah, that's tattoo right.
I love that.
Because I was doing the powder, and then I was going to a wedding, right? And all of a sudden, I had the powder on, and then it started fucking raining.
Yeah.
And then it looked. I had spots on my hair, and I was just like, all right, I can't do this.
Yeah.
And then I thought, and then I had to give it up, and I'd say, listen, I'm just gonna shave it down, buzz it, tattoo the top,
That's
and then
it.
it gives me that buzz.
It fills it in.
And it's just, and you know what?
Well,
I'm not gonna lie, I actually have grown to
You
love
look
it.
good bald.
Thank you.
I would look
that.
like a dick with ears.
No, I'm telling no, I'm sure you'd be handsome at the
No, I just it's some people can rock it. I can't. I don't want to lose it. But I'll be honest with you. Like, it doesn't get worse. Like, my hair has been very thin on the top since my mid-20s. I don't know if it's a hormonal thing or some medical thing, but it doesn't get worse. It stays like this. I'm not losing it more.
No.
I just have to fill it in.
Well,
and I'm
I
fine
think it
with
looks
that.
great. I think it looks good, but I give it.
Thank you.
That's why.
It's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Sometimes it comes out all right. Sometimes it's terrible. What are you gonna? And I cut it myself. That's what I'm known for: a shitty haircut and a terrible accent. I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Well, that was the perk to shaving my head, was I didn't have to go get barber, go to the haircuts anymore. I mean, you're talking, all of a sudden to get a buzz, you're $30, $40. And I'm like, this just doesn't. And then, and then I hate hair. Like, hair and sand are 2 things that I just can't fucking stand the feel of.
Yeah.
So having hair on me, just so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That now it's just, I got the mirror, the 3-way mirror. My barber, Derek Anamodoris from Revere, he told me, Lawrence, it's time to give it up.
Give it up.
Go get the tattoo, buy the mirror, this 3-way mirror, opens up, you can see every angle.
That's it.
He goes, and just start cutting your hair. He goes, I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss our talks. He's like, but you got, it's a waste.
I cut my hair twice a week.
Yeah.
I cut it on a Wednesday and a Saturday. That's what I do. And, sometimes it comes out good. Sometimes
I tell you, buddy, I would never think that.
screwed it up.
Well, nice fade. I'm telling you, it's not even noticeable. It looks good. Keep up the good work.
All right.
Now, this summer, I know your job is a court officer. I recently got picked for jury duty. Okay. And I was like, jury duty, right? But it ended up being on a murder trial. And it ended up being so interesting.
Yeah.
To be part of, just hearing everything. And I actually enjoyed
It's fun.
the weeks that I was there doing it.
It's fun.
It was not for the money, because the money was shit. All right. But
It's your civic duty.
it is. And I was like, listen, I'm a felon. I was like, do I really have to do this? And they were like, yes. How long ago? And I was like, all right, whatever.
Well, people, obviously I'm a court officer. People call me all the time. Can you get me out of jury duty? No.
No.
Go to it.
No.
Go to it. I go. When I get called, I go. First of
Right.
all, we can't do that stuff. It is illegal.
Yes,
All right. You
100%.
got to go. Okay. And it's fulfilling. It's actually fun if you get on a case. And honestly, I don't know which way you feel or lie politically or with things. This is your opportunity to make a difference. You're going to listen to a case. You're going to impact someone's life, whether it be positively or negatively. But you have a role in a system that's the oldest and
Yeah, no, it literally is the oldest. I mean, that's another great thing about here. This is where it started.
Yeah.
1775.
Yeah.
1776, we became, a country. And I recently got a tattoo on my leg. And I was like, what am I going to do for my tattoo? Because my arm I had was Italian. Like I had like the Roman gladiator and the rosary,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like Catholic. That was what my arm sleeve. And then I was like, I want to do my leg. What am I going to do? I want to do something American. And I thought to myself, growing up here, to do something that would actually mean something, growing up in Revere. So I got Paul Revere
I
doing
love
the
that.
midnight ride.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
And then I have, I'm going Saturday. Danny LaFace is doing it. Sick. He's awesome. We're doing a scene between Patriots and the Redcoats
Wow.
and a battle scene.
That
on the
is
back.
awesome.
And I'm so excited because, I mean, listen, my leg says the British are coming, but if it didn't say that, how would you know that was Paul Revere on my leg? So I got my balls broken by my sister-in-law, and
The British are coming.
But they were.
Where is that? Like on your inner thigh? Like,
No, I got it on my lower my lower calf.
Whatever.
No, yeah.
I'm all sleeved out. I mean,
Yeah.
shout out Ink Jam Tattoo in Arlington. That's where I get my tattoos.
Don't they hurt?
Suck.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He was on near the foot, and I
I'm
was
not
like,
gonna-
I don't remember how bad this was.
I'm not going to pretend I'm this big
No.
tough guy that's going to. They suck.
Everyone that I have hurts. Some hurt worse than others. They all hurt.
This is
It's
what it
worth
is.
the pain. Like they say in the Marines, pain is temporary, pride is forever.
Yeah.
And it's the truth.
You
You
got
know?
them on your neck and everything.
Yeah, what's so funny is being a young hockey player, I had acne on my neck. So I originally got a neck tattoo to cover any scarring.
Wow.
How's that? And I love the way it looked. And I guess, Justin Bieber and David Beckham must have thought it looked good on me because they both got it
They
after.
did it, yeah. Looks great.
Thank you. I appreciate
Big fan.
that. Yeah, my wife liked it. That's why
I'm due for some new ones.
That that's what happens.
Yeah.
It is, and I've been waiting a long time. I mean, I got in Greece. I got my wife's name on my hand, and then, like I said recently, I've been thinking about what am I going to get. I want to get something. I was going to put my daughter's name on me. I'm still going to do that, but
That's always a safe bet.
like I always said, if I had a kid, I was going to put it on me. And then I ended up doing my leg first because, summer's coming and I wear shorts a lot and I love the way it looks at the golf course.
Wait. You say shorts or shots?
See, this is one of those things like Swampscott.
Right. So hold on.
Shorts.
So this is another
Shots.
thing I got to say about the Boston
Shorts.
accent. There are variations, right? So if you're from more up the North Shore, you may say shorts, right? But if you're from more of the inner city or old school, like an older person, you'll say shots. Kind of like corner, morning.
Morning.
You don't realize that.
Morning.
Good morning or good morning?
Morning.
What do you say?
Morning.
Morning. You're a morning guy.
Morning.
See that? So
Down by the
I'm
corner.
both.
Corner. Beachmont corner. Corner.
This is, I go both ways.
Yeah. It's so funny because different words with different variation of how I say it. And then it makes me think about, okay, I say, but no, shots. I say shots.
Yeah, there it is.
You know what I think it is too, honest to God, Steve? I think it's kind of laziness. even laziness in the way, like the talking. It's like Connor,
Just
water,
drop some
water.
letters out of it.
You know what I mean? Like you got to roll.
Shorten
like
the word.
you said something about where we do use the R. You said this, and
Yes.
it was what was it?
Law enforcement.
Lauren.
Law enforcement.
Yeah, right. Not law enforcement.
Yeah.
It's Lauren.
Sometimes we throw the R's in there.
Yeah, law enforcement. Yeah. It's so funny.
Law enforcement.
I was literally listening to you say these things, and I was like, now, this is when you know the content is good and it's doing what you want it to, because I'm literally driving, listening to the reels, listening to the stories, listening to the posts, and I'm talking with you, saying the stuff and going laughing, saying I say it like that too. Or did that guy really just say orange?
Yeah.
And it's like, what? No way. But I was laughing because even today with that new post, you guys were saying stone them. Yep. And I was dying laughing.
Well, so this is the thing that I'm discovering, right? So as I grow and evolve in social media, because I'll be honest with you, a year ago, I didn't take social media seriously. I was really focused on the TV stuff with Ness. And it was only in the early 2025 that I really understood how powerful social media was. And that's when I decided, hey, I got to really put some focus on this. So 2025, my resolution was to put my social media as a priority. And I did that. I grew over 30,000 in like awesome. 5 months. But one of the ways is I realized what goes, right? And it's relatable content, stuff that people relate to and they're going to want to share. And like, oh yeah, I do that. Or, you know, that's what's really been responsible for a lot of my growth.
Right. Well, I enjoy it. I enjoy what you're doing. I find it very funny. Like I said, I've been following you because I was also a part of the Boston Pizza Wars.
Loved those days.
You know, and then to see you get into Wicked Bites, I literally started watching and DVRing Wicked Bites on Nesson after you became
I love that.
part of the show.
Love that.
And you know, like again, I didn't know you, but it was support for a local guy. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
I love that.
I'll support the show. And then I turned that into my Sunday morning.
Yeah. Well, Wicked Bites is great. It's a small business, you know, Scott and his wife and Scott's father have been doing it for years. They're out of North Andover. And, you know, it's another small business. And we support other small businesses. And we have a different model. You know, we have larger businesses that sponsor us, like, you know, Richie Slush. We had New England Coffee, bigger businesses, and that enables us to go into smaller businesses.
Right,
and
right.
Because this stuff costs money, it is what it is.
Yeah,
and I'm very fortunate now to have a number of sponsors. Shout out to Just Build It.
Yeah,
Big Cans, my guy.
Cans, yeah.
Crowd Lending. You know, without these types of sponsors, I couldn't do what I do. And, you know, you can only do so much of it for free. But like I told you, the amount of work that goes into this, 2 hours on site filming, 3 hours
100%.
going into it. You know, at some point, you know, you do need to be paid for what you do.
Absolutely.
And,
absolutely.
To be able to be paid by, you know, a business that's looking for exposure, like Just Build It, and not have to charge a small business restaurant, that means the world to me.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, the experience and what you've learned from being part of the TV show and the production.
Absolutely.
That's carried over to your personal social media.
Yes.
You know, you can see it in the quality of what you're putting out, you know, and
so you're exactly right. So my content, I edit like TV. My food videos are like TV segments because I learned from the best. Right. So like I'm used to TV. So when you watch my food stuff, it's like you're watching an episode on TV.
I'm glad you said that because I wasn't sure if that was something you'd want to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it is. It's literally like your show, like the show.
I edit in TV form.
But the great thing about is that you can go on your Instagram at any time of the day and pull up any of these places where with the television and if you DVR like I do, you can do that, or you have to wait. And then, you know, it's a lot harder. You don't hit all the same people.
So that's why I really put a priority into the social media, because we can hit a larger audience.
Yeah.
It's just more user friendly, right? So the TV's the TV, and there are still a lot of people that watch TV as a matter of tradition, you know, on a Sunday, and Wicked Bites has a crazy following on TV, but you know, the social media, I can get crazy traction and views on it for my sponsors, for the businesses that we're trying to support.
Absolutely.
So we do both. Like today, we just filmed over at Borelli's in Methuen, and we film for both. It'll air on Nesson TV, and it'll air on all of our social media. And it doesn't just go out on my social media. Right. It goes out on my Instagram, my Facebook, Wicked Bites Facebook, Wicked Bites Instagram, and it's just very, very. There's a lot of There's a lot of exposure.
It's the name of the game now, and it's adapting.
Yeah,
it's adapting things because the truth is, cable's $400 a month. All right, Comcast is $400 a month.
It's crazy.
A lot more people are streaming. So when
it's a reality.
And so what we did was I focused. I'd like to say it was because I knew, but it's really because I didn't know how to do it. So I focused on YouTube, and YouTube being where we were, because I feel like, I don't want to say YouTube is the future because YouTube's been around a long time, but YouTube TV, like the streaming, that's where everybody's going.
YouTube's big, but so the people ask me all the time, like, how come you don't do more with YouTube or TikTok? I can only serve so many masters, right?
Yeah.
So like each one of these platforms wants a different format of video, a different style, a different vibe for it to catch on that algorithm. These videos are already taking me 5 hours. There's no way. So I put my focus into Instagram and Facebook. Yeah. And every now and then I'll pop one on TikTok, but it won't get the crazy traction like it does on Instagram and Facebook. And the other thing too is what I'm doing is very niched. So I'm trying to put asses in chairs in restaurants, helping small business, right? There's no value to me to somebody in Colorado or Connecticut watching my stuff when I'm trying to get people to come to a restaurant in North Reading. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I like to dial into that local crowd, and I feel like I can do that and have a little more control over that with Facebook and Instagram.
Well, that's like I was saying too, is being able to say, hey, I'm in this town. Where did Steve go when he was in this town? Right. You know what I mean? Oh, this place, right? I remember now. They had that fucking Philly-style steak and cheese that was to die for, because I'm never in Worcester. Right. But you know what I mean? So like being able to do that is huge. Staying
in the New England area, that's really, people ask me all the time, how come you don't do more? How come you don't go national? I've had opportunity to be on national programs and do things. I've had that opportunity. I mean, at that time, it was hard for me with the kids and my ex-wife and stuff, but I really get much more satisfaction in validation, in pride, doing stuff locally around here. I'm completely content with that.
Well, that goes back to the Boston Pizza Wars, buddy. Yeah. You were doing shit for during Boston Pizza Wars for these local businesses and for people that were part of the group, people that you didn't know.
We paid for a kid's entire funeral, $20,000.
I mean,
our group.
Like things like that. For the family and just for, it says a lot. The
Boston Pizza Wars community was outrageous. It was insane. And shout out to all the people in Boston Pizza Wars, my guy Mark Russo. There's just so many people that were such a large part of its success. It wasn't just me. But, people ask me, is it still around? Do you still do anything with it? It exists. I have taken a step back from it. And the reason why is I was getting nailed from Facebook, man, because as an admin of a Facebook group, you are responsible for what happens in that group. So if a fight breaks out and you don't deal with it and suspend a person or take the content down, you get dinged on your personal account. Even till this day, right? Even till this day, years later, I'm getting messages from Facebook. We discovered a post that violates our standards. And it affects me. It's your account has a negative, whatever it is, on my personal stuff. Right. And we were so wild in there. Yeah. I was getting, fights would break out. I'd wake up the next day. I got messages from 2 a.m. Screw this guy. You throw him out of here. Screw him. You're an asshole. You didn't do anything about it. It's 2 a.m. I'm sleeping. Right.
You can't control who's making the reviews about stuff or who's fighting. Yeah.
And then it gets to the point, you got businesses, take that down. He did a bit. So everybody's coming at me. You can't make everybody happy. No. I'm in a position right now. I don't want to deal with that stuff anymore. No. Absolutely. It's up there. Post stuff in it. I'll post stuff in it. I don't want to admin it anymore. Right. Is what I'm saying.
Well, I'll tell you, the where you've come to how you do these videos and how you talk to these restaurants and you socialize and interact with everybody. You know how you say the more you do something, the better you get.
Right.
Well, you've gotten.
Thank you. means the world to me to hear this kind of feedback.
Yeah, well, I'm not trying to, blow you or anything. No, I'm only kidding. I'm just.
Listen, I put a lot of effort into my stuff, so to hear that people appreciate it and value it, it means the world to me. It really does.
Well, I want you to know that as a consumer, a content consumer, you do a great job.
Thank you. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep riding till the wheels fall off. Myself, the Guido.
That's it.
I gotta give a big shout out to the Boston Guido. Without him, man, he's really the one that pushed me to do more with the social media. Again, because I didn't care about it as much, but he really kind of instilled in me the importance of it, and I learned a lot about Instagram from him. And the Guido and I, we're a team. I won't go anywhere without him. He's my ride or die. It's my rock. And the two of us, we're not going to stop. And I will say one other thing. I feel like during COVID, a lot of local social media celebrities were born, and rightfully so. A lot of them do such a great job. But I do feel like it was easier during that time because everybody was doing stuff.
Yeah.
I do feel like the people that are making it now after COVID, that are kicking and scratching and clawing their way to the top, deserve a lot of credit because it is not the same as when COVID was here.
No,
it is
right.
much harder to create a footprint these days in social media. And I feel like we're doing it. We're collabing with other people. We're not solely responsible for it. You got to work with other people. You got to, get yourself out there and be consistent and find things and ways to relate to people. And we are. And
it's really just getting out there in the algorithm and everybody's algorithm.
But like you said, you never know what's going to hit.
No, I have no idea.
It's a complete roll of the dice.
Yeah, I always say I'm not ugly enough to go viral. So I guess I'll take that. But I definitely would I love how you do the comedy stuff. You know what I mean? Like being silly, not no hesitation to poke fun at yourself or make people laugh. I mean, Jesus, you used to dress up in a banana suit.
I did.
You know what I mean? Like and
did.
it was bananas. You know what I mean?
It was nuts.
So
like everybody has their niche, right?
Yeah.
Like you're a podcast, right? So I'm the food
our niche
guy.
with the podcast is having no niche.
No, I love that, right? But so like I don't want to stay niche to one thing. I mean, obviously the food stuff is my bread and butter, but my three niches are, food content, comedy, and Boston culture.
Right.
Those, you're going to see all three of those things on my stuff, and that's what we do.
Well, I like too how you put yourself out there to start hosting comedy shows with the Guido.
Oh, we do.
Right? You started doing that, which must have been kind of nerve-wracking. To talk in front of a group of people, like when you don't really have maybe that experience in doing that. Like,
yeah. Well, so, the Guido comes from the comedy background. He's done a lot of that stuff. I linked up with him and some other people, and I was at the shows and slowly got into hosting them and gained some confidence. But I'll tell you what really got me comfortable on stage was Wicked Bites. We host the Hampton Beach Seafood Festival lobster roll eating contest. We're up there for the whole thing. And it is nuts.
I'm going to have to come to that.
I'm
going to have to come to that.
There's like 1,000 people at the Hat Shell at Hampton Beach. Yeah. And I remember my boss, Scott Whitley, saying, you come up, we're going to host it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's just a little thing, whatever. I get up there. I walk out of this friggin' thing. I walk up on stage. The friggin' governor's there. There's news there. There's people on double upper decks across the street. There's 1,000 people there. And I'm vibrating up there like,
it's nerve-wracking. I mean,
but I
get nervous and there's nobody here.
But I got through it, and little by little, it actually became a rush, and I look forward to it now.
Yeah.
I love being on stage.
Yeah.
I host a number of things. We actually have 2 comedy shows coming up that I'll be hosting. We do a big one for the Bill Ricker police officer who lost his life on a detail, and a Lawrence cop. They do a huge fundraiser at the Elks. Guido and I will be hosting that. There's over 500 people there.
Wow. Awesome.
We have another one down in Charlestown that we're going to be doing. So, we do enjoy it, and it's fun.
Yeah, no, listen, I tell you, I'd love to have you and the Guido come back on the show sometime. If you guys wanted to come promote something or just come on and just shoot the shit and laugh about some stuff.
The Guido will come.
I think it would be great.
He's in Florida. I just texted him an hour ago. I told him, I hope an alligator bites your ass. Son of a bitch.
He's so lucky being in Florida with all this fucking snow.
Yeah, he's the Florida Guido, too. He's not just the Boston Guido.
No. Well, I mean, the best of both worlds. I'm
going down next month. I'm gonna go
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Do you golf?
Last time I golfed was Route 1 driving range, and I let go of the club, and it went right through the windshield of a car in the parking lot.
Well, I'll tell you now, right? Stick with it because nobody's that good. Number one, that's the truth. Nobody's that good. And number two, it's the game that you can play till you're in your 70s or 80s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's all about, I mean, if you play 9, it's 2 hours. If you play 18, you're talking 4 or 5 hours of just being outside.
Yeah.
Hitting the ball, couple swears, couple of cigars.
Maybe we'll golf when I come down there, Guido.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's the way to go. I mean, listen, if you ever want to go golfing this summer,
I feel like we should. Why the hell not?
It would make some great content.
Oh.
It'd be a lot of laughs. You know what I mean? It'd be
Happy
a lot of
Gilmore.
laughs. Yeah,
Really? Slap shotting it.
Really. So, Steve, where can they find you?
I'm on everything. On Instagram, The Wicked SNACKAH with an H at the end. It's not an R. The Wicked SNACKAH. And on Facebook, same thing. And, of course, follow all the Wicked Bite stuff on both Instagram and Facebook. And, of course, we're on Nesson Saturday mornings at 8:30, Sunday nights at 10. And also, we have a radio show, the second longest running radio show in America, next to the Grand Ole Opry on WRKO, Scott Whitley. I pop on every now and then, but I don't have a face for radio. You got to be good looking for that. So, I'm kidding.
Well,
you're a little confused there.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're on television, you handsome bastard. Hey, you know. Anyway, I really do appreciate you coming and making the time, especially after, you know, today is a holiday and you always working. You know, you did that show and then you come here for, you know, I'm sure you would have rather gone home. So
I got nothing to do. My ex left me for a girl. You got nothing to do. It's fine. No, whatever.
Hey, whatever. Hey. So I'm going to keep any kind of jokes I have. Anyway, but at this point, if you've made it this far, I appreciate you. Hit like, subscribe, watch us on Spotify.
Yes.
Watch us on YouTube. The reels will be on Instagram. We're gonna tag Steven and the Wicked SNACKAH and everything. And again, brother, I really appreciate you making the time and coming up here.
We'll do it again.
And
we'll get the Guido
I look
here.
forward to it. I really do.
He loves the podcast.
Does he?
Oh yeah.
Good. I think that'd be hilarious. He's a monster though of a guy, isn't he?
And it's not just show. I tell you, him and I. We can't talk about.
I don't know if he's gonna fit in my basement because he's a big dude.
He's a big
right?
dude. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
And he uses it well. Trust me.
Does he?
I wouldn't mess with the Guido.
No, we're both bald. You know? But anyway, thanks for watching, and make sure you check out Steve and watch Wicked Bites on Nesson. And again, for the 15th time, thank you.
Thank you, my pal.
All right.
It's the everyday nonsense.